What happens when a star falls? The explosive, heart-wrenching saga of Jan Yemen. Have you ever gazed at a star streaking across the night sky, its brilliance captivating your heart, only to wonder what secrets it hides as it fades? What happens when the world's brightest light begins to dim, not from a lack of fire, but from a storm of betrayal, manipulation, and a soul screaming for salvation? Buckle up, magazine news and gossip readers, because we're plunging headfirst into the electrifying, gut-punching saga of Jan Yemen. This isn't just a tale of fame or failure. It's a roller coaster of raw emotion, shocking revelations, and a desperate fight for a star to reclaim his spark. Who's pulling the strings behind his unraveling? Why does the man who once lit up millions now seem lost in the shadows? Get ready for a wild ride through drama, heartbreak, and a plea for redemption that'll leave you breathless. A star born to shine. Jan Yemen wasn't just another face on the screen. He was a phenomenon, a force of nature that redefined what it meant to be a star. With chiseled features that could stop hearts, a magnetic charisma that pulled you in, and an emotional depth that made every role feel like a window into his soul, Jan was unstoppable. From his very first scene, he didn't just act, he lived. Fans didn't watch his shows. They inhaled them, felt every heartbeat, and carried his triumphs and tragedies as their own. His gift? Making every viewer feel like they knew him, like his laughter and tears were theirs too. But something shifted. The spark in his eyes, once a blazing wildfire, now flickers like a candle in a storm. The whispers are growing louder. Is this still our Jan? What happened to the man who radiated joy, who made the world feel a little brighter? Magazine news and gossip is here to rip away the veil and uncover the truth. This isn't a story of a star undone by fame's weight or a single misstep. No, this is a tragedy of a man whose voice was drowned out by those he trusted most. His fans aren't angry, they're heartbroken. They see a legend bending under a weight he was never meant to carry. How did it come to this? Let's unravel the threads of this devastating tale. The puppeteers in the shadows. In the glittering, cutthroat world of celebrity, an inner circle can be a star's greatest strength or their deadliest downfall. For Jan Yemen, it was the latter. His managers, advisors, and PR teams weren't just guiding his career. They were exploiting it, turning his light into their profit. A star of Jan's magnitude, commanding multi-million-dollar projects and a global fan base, deserved more than dealmakers. He needed protectors, allies who would guard his heart as fiercely as they chased his success. Did he get that? Not even close. Instead, his team treated him like a golden goose, milking his charm while ignoring the cracks forming in his soul. Recent images from Italy tell a story sharper than any tabloid headline. Jan, splashed across magazines and social media, wasn't just introducing a new partner. He was being paraded like a prize. Those photos weren't candid glimpses of happiness. They were staged, calculated, a glaring warning sign that his circle ignored. His team didn't just fail him. They threw him into the spotlight's blaze, knowing it would scar. Why would those closest to him betray him like this? The answer is as infuriating as it is heartbreaking: greed over grace, profit over person. Sara Bluma, partner or plot twist? Enter Sara Bluma, a name that sparked a firestorm of questions. Who is she? Why is she suddenly glued to Jan's side, flashing a smile that feels more rehearsed than real? She's not an actress, not a director, not even a footnote in the entertainment world. So why is she the centerpiece of Jan's public life? Magazine news and gossip isn't here to sugarcoat it. This isn't love. It's a PR stunt, a carefully crafted mirage that's left fans reeling and Jan trapped in a script he didn't write. The rumors are relentless. Italian tabloids buzz with tales of disapproval from Jan's own mother, cryptic hints of tension in his inner circle, and whispers that nothing is as it seems. Those photos of Jan and Sara? They're not romance, they're strategy. The poses, the lighting, the perfectly curated moments, they're all part of a narrative spun by a team that cares more about headlines than heartbeats. Look closely at Jan in those images. The man who once radiated warmth now wears a smile that never reaches his eyes. His fans aren't mourning a lost love. They're grieving the loss of him. Sara isn't the villain. She's a symptom of a deeper disease, a system that's turned a vibrant star into a product. A star's shine, a soul's eclipse. Scroll through Jan Yemen's social media today, and you'll see a man who looks flawless on the surface. Tailored suits, a physique carved from discipline, a smile that could stop traffic. But peer closer. Is he smiling, or is he posing? Is he thriving, or merely surviving? The Jan who once poured his heart into every role, who connected with fans through raw, unfiltered authenticity, is now a shadow of himself. His relationship with Sara isn't a love story, it's a transaction, a cold calculation that leaves his soul out in the cold. His fans loved him for his imperfections, his passion, his humanity. Now, they're staring at a polished facade, molded not by a director's vision but by boardroom agendas and PR briefings. The irony is brutal. Jan is at the peak of his career. His work in Sando is nothing short of breathtaking, discipline, charisma, and a physical transformation that leaves audiences speechless. His screen presence is electric, his dedication undeniable. Yet beneath the spotlight, there's a void. An artist's performance is only as vibrant as their inner world, and Jan's is cloaked in darkness. He's not just hiding his soul, he's losing it piece by piece to a machine that values his marketability over his humanity. The power of connection shattered. Jan Yemen's greatest gift was never his talent or his looks, it was his ability to forge a bond with his audience. At the height of his romance with Demet, his eyes sparkled with hope, his performances pulsed with inspiration. Fans didn't just watch him, they felt him, believed in him, rooted for him. That connection was his superpower, the heartbeat of his stardom. Today, that heartbeat is faint. The light in his eyes has dimmed, replaced by a weariness no camera can mask. His fans haven't turned their backs. They're the ones holding their breath, waiting for him to return. But here's the truth. Jan is still in there. Beneath the staged photos and hollow smiles lies the man who read books between takes, who carried himself with quiet dignity, who gave every role his all. He's a good man, anchored by values, devotion to his family, and a work ethic that's nothing short of inspiring. But he's drowning in a sea of bad decisions, surrounded by people who'd rather silence his spirit than save it. His fans see it, feel it, and they're begging him to fight his way back. The industry's dark underbelly. Let's talk about the machine behind the man. The entertainment industry is a beast, and Jan Yemen is its latest prey. Managers who prioritize profit over people, PR teams who spin narratives without a shred of soul, and an endless cycle of appearances that leave no room for authenticity. This is the world Jan is trapped in. His story isn't unique, but it's uniquely painful. Every posed photo, every forced smile, every headline that screams scandal instead of struggle is a reminder of how this industry devours even its brightest stars. The recent Italian media frenzy is a masterclass in exploitation. Jan's personal life, once a private sanctuary, is now a public circus, dissected by tabloids and fueled by his team's reckless choices. Those images weren't accidents. They were deliberate, designed to keep Jan in the headlines at any cost. But at what cost to him? His fans don't want a polished product. They want the man who laughed with his whole heart, who carried his values like a badge, who made them believe in something bigger. That man is still there, fighting a battle few can see. A plea to the star we adore. Jan Yemen, if you're reading this, Magazine News and Gossip has a message straight from the hearts of your fans. You are still you. The world may have tried to reshape you, to turn you into a tabloid headline or a PR puppet, but the real Jan, the one who inspired millions, is still inside. Your fans don't want perfection. They want you. The man who turned away from temptation out of respect, who found joy in the pages of a book, who gave every role his heart and soul. That man is waiting to break free. This isn't about Sara, your managers, or the cameras. It's about your soul, the one we've missed so fiercely. You're not a product, January. You're a person, a star whose light doesn't need to be manufactured. Rekindle that fire in your eyes. Step out of the shadows and make us proud again. Your fans are waiting, not with judgment, but with hope. They want to see you shine, not for the cameras, but for yourself. They want the Jan who made the world feel brighter, warmer, more real. A star's redemption, the road ahead. The sky doesn't darken when a star falls. It trembles when a star fights to rise again. Jan Yemen, you're at a crossroads. Your career is soaring, your talent undeniable, but your heart is calling you back. This is your moment. Break free from the puppeteers, the staged photos, the hollow narratives. Reclaim the man who made millions believe in love, passion, and authenticity. Your fans aren't just rooting for you, they're fighting for you, holding their breath for the day you step back into your light. Magazine News and Gossip isn't here to tear you down. We're here to lift you up, to remind you of the power you hold. You're not just a star, you're a story, a journey, a beacon for those who believe in you. The stage is yours, January. Will you take it? Will you show the world that a star can fall, stumble, and rise again, brighter than ever? We're betting on you. Let's see that spark again. Let's see you.